Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to break down one of the most important, but honestly, most overlooked parts of a watch, the material it's actually made from. This is all about getting to the very soul of a timepiece. I mean, think about it. When you're shopping for a watch, where does your mind go first? The brand? The style? The price tag? We all do it. But what if I told you you're starting in the completely wrong place? What if the real secret is something else entirely? So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to explore why this stuff is way more than just skin deep. Then we'll get into the classics. You know, your steel and gold. After that, we'll jump into the high-tech modern marvels. Then we'll talk about materials with some serious character. And finally, we'll pull it all together so you can figure out how to choose your perfect case. All right, let's get into it. Why are we making such a big deal about the case? Because it is, without a doubt, the core of your watch's identity. It's everything. You see, the case material isn't just a pretty shell. It's the armor that protects the delicate little engine, the movement, ticking away inside. But it's also what gives the watch its entire look, its feel, and its ability to stand up to daily life.
And this is exactly why it matters so much. The material choices affect everything. The feel on your wrist, right? The hefty, reassuring weight of platinum is a world away from feather-light titanium. It dictates durability, the overall style, and yep, it has a huge impact on the price.
Okay, so let's start with the titans, the bedrock of the entire watch industry. We're talking about the classic materials that have defined watchmaking for, well, forever. This really sums it up perfectly. On one side, you have steel, like Rolex's Oyster steel, which is the ultimate symbol of strength and reliability. And we're not talking about just any steel. This is a special 904L grade alloy, the kind of stuff they use in aerospace. It's super corrosion resistant and takes an incredible polish. It's kind of like the blue jeans of the watch world, versatile, tough, and always looks good. And on the other hand, you have yellow gold. That's all about preciousness, brilliance, and that unmistakable warm glow. And then there's platinum. This is the if you know material. From a distance, it might look like steel, but the secret is in the weight. When you hold it, you feel it. It has this dense, substantial heft that just feels like pure quality. It's the definition of understated luxury. It doesn't shout. It whispers. But hey, watchmaking is anything but stuck in the past. The industry today is like a playground for material science. So let's look at the lightweight, scratch-proof, super high-tech stuff that's pushing everything forward. And a perfect example of this is what IWC's been up to. They actually invented their own proprietary material to solve some of the classic problems in watchmaking. It's called ceratanium. And this stuff is pure magic. What they did was figure out how to fuse two materials to get the best of both. You get the incredible lightness and comfort of titanium combined with the extreme hardness and scratch resistance of ceramic. It's a true game changer. So here's a quick look at the big three modern players. Titanium, it's so light you can forget it's on your wrist. The trade-off, it can pick up scratches a little easier than steel. Ceramic, its superpower is being almost impossible to scratch. The catch? A really hard direct impact could potentially cause it to crack. Then you have carbon fiber, extremely light with a super unique high-tech look, but it usually comes with a higher price tag. Okay, let's shift gears. We've talked about materials designed to look perfect forever. But what if you want a watch that doesn't just resist time, but actually tells a story with time? These are materials that are meant to change and evolve. This question gets right to the heart of it. It's for anyone who loves things that show their history, things that feel lived in and have a story to tell. And that brings us to bronze. When a bronze watch is new, it's bright and coppery. But here's the cool part, it's alive. It reacts to the air, to your skin, to everything, and develops this unique layer called a patina. It's not damage, it's character. And no two bronze watches will ever age the same way. The watch literally becomes a physical record of your life, making it completely and totally unique to you. All right, now for a totally different kind of character. This statement is bold, for sure, but it perfectly captures the appeal of a material that just screams performance and modern design. Yep, we're talking about the same stuff you see on supercars and F1 racers. Carbon fiber isn't about aging gracefully. It's about a futuristic, aggressive look right out of the box. And that woven pattern is just unmistakable. Plus, it's so unbelievably light, it just reinforces that high-performance feel. So, we've talked about the classics, the modern marvels, and the storytellers. Let's pull this all together and make it simple. Here's a quick guide to help you find the material that's the perfect match for you. Okay, think of this as the ultimate cheat sheet. If you want a classic all-arounder that can do pretty much anything, stainless steel is your guy. For that unmistakable feeling of traditional luxury, it's gold or platinum. If lightweight comfort is your #1 priority, you need to look at titanium. If you absolutely hate scratches, ceramic is going to be your best friend. For a watch that will become uniquely yours, go for bronze. And if you want that high-tech, futuristic performer, it's carbon fiber all the way. So you see, the big takeaway is this. The case material isn't just a random spec on a list. It's the absolute foundation of the watch's identity. It defines how you're going to connect with that timepiece every single day you wear it.
So that leaves just one final question. And this one's for you. Are you all about timeless strength, cutting-edge performance, or a story that literally evolves on your wrist? The perfect watch doesn't just tell time. It tells the world something about you. So which material tells your story?